Hey.
No worries at all. As I am just being bombarded now with invitations. I am trying to get in, lads, and I have officially got in. So happy days there. As we're still waiting on one driver to enter the lobby, and I'm just trying to work out who it is. It is a Red Bull. Because I can confirm that Max Verstappen will not take the grid, so it will be a Red Bull. Not quite sure which Red Bull it is that we're missing though.
Johnny involved. I think he's coming. He's in the session, so he's just got to select his car. But I've got an update for us, Moose, in terms of the 5-place penalties for Kyotonic and Dino 420 fam.
Yes.
So for the sprint race, they will start where they qualified. They were outside of the top 10, so they'll start where they qualified.
Mm-hmm.
And for the feature race, that's when the 5-place pen will be applied. So they'll both lose 5 positions for the start in the in the feature race, which is really going to hurt them.
That it will.
They're 12th and 13th on the grid respectively. So that puts them to 17th and 18th, 17th and 18th if my maths is any good. So, not good for them. But we're almost ready to go, Moose.
Yeah, that we are.
So here we go. We're loading in. It's time for the sprint race, and it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. It played out very well last night, but obviously we are trialing this, guys. So just bear with us. The lobby resets. It's all new to everyone, but we're doing our best here at OSRL to provide something a little bit different, just spice up the season a bit.
Well, mate, it was very different, and as a driver that did it last night, I'm all for it happening quite a bit more. I thought it was a really, really good idea from the OSRL higher ups, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's it. Well, the thing is, guys, I didn't catch what happened to Dano on the stream, and only really Dano and Kyotonic knows what happens.
To be fair, I think Kyo got in the way of Dino on a hot lap.
That happens, but even if that happens in a normal full qualifying format, we can't remove that, right?
Exactly.
Dino, unfortunately, has to have that 5-place penalty, and it's just been decided that they're both going to have it in the feature race. So,
and I think the same situation happened last night.
Yeah, I think Gus got one, but so Daz started at the back last night because of it, but we can't remove it. Well, we could remove it, but we wouldn't normally remove it. So do we remove it?
We're just hearing in the chat that it was a reset to track that ended up right on the racing line, and Dino collected him as he reset to track. So resetting to track not allowed here in the OSRL. So I'm not sure if that'll get looked at, but very unfortunate there for Dino.
I can imagine it will be reported and looked at by the stewards, but. In qualifying penalties, we can't normally do anything about it, so as unfortunate it is for Dino, it is what it is. But here we go, underway on the formation lap, Moose, and I'll take us through the grid for this one, and you can have the race start, and then we'll flip it around for the feature race.
No worries.
So, on pole position, it's it's OSRL Donny. He's on that soft compound tyre, joined by VSR Rosgrime in the Red Bull. He's also on the softs. It's then Apache Franks on reserve for Williams. He's going for the medium tyres. It's then Absolute and Forest Expire both on the soft tyres. And then Stig, Kraken and Milligains, they're also on the mediums. Nat Hammer, Tabbed and Nick Magoo have gone for the softs. Kyotonic, Dino 420 fam, Suicide 5, Darkness Abyss, Crazy... all on the mediums, and then Fury Strut, who crashed in qualifying, starts 19th on the softs, and Brad Tide is going to raise us out for the grid. So we're almost set to go here for this sprint race, Moose, and it's going to be your call. Hello to everyone. Fine, that was the penalty. Scale, how are ya? Hope you're having a good one. Good to have you here. I'm going well. How are you? But it's all yours from now on, Moose.
Thank you very much, mate, and welcome to all the boys that are in the chat, and welcome to all of our new viewers. This is the Oceania Racing League. This is Tier 2. We come to you each and every Wednesday for Tier 2 at 7:30 Australian Eastern Time. This is an Australian PlayStation 4 and 5 Racing League, so welcome to any of our new viewers. It is great to have you all along as we are about to get underway for the sprint race worth half points here. A new format, this sprint race. That is the Alpha Tauri there, and the Haas looks like he's come out on top, but the Haas and the Alpha Tauri here cracking an absolute. They are wheel to wheel, and it is absolutely great viewing as Kraken has come out on top. A little bit further back, Nathammer pressuring the back of Milligains there. Milligains has had a great start as well. Whoa! Oh! Very wide there from Nathammer as he just grabs the car, and he might lose out here to Apache Franks. No, he hasn't. Yes, he has. He has lost out there to Apache Franks. The Stig nearly got past as well, but after a lap, mate, we still have 20 runners in this race.
We have no safety car, all 20 facing the right way, Moose. That's the way we like to kick off the action. And what a start from Kraken on those mediums, up 4 positions. He is flying, as well as Milligains up 3 positions. These guys are pushing hard to make up for that reverse grid action. And wide goes Apache, and Nathammer slips up the inside of him.
Absolutely, and the Haas of Nathammer is all over the back of Apache Franks as the people in the chat are just asking for the full track map off you, mate. And those soft compound tyres really giving that Haas the little bit of a hurry up that he needs off the mark. We do have a VSC. I'm not sure if that's for a Red Bull or whether that is for Nick Magoo. Nick Magoo does not have a front wing, so I'm not sure if he's had a little bit of a coming together with Suicide 5.
No damage for Suicide 5. Johnny M4 also had a spin at some point. Actually, he might have been into the pit lane. I can just check that. Yeah, he's been
Roscoe's in the pits.
Hard. Roscoe, he's on that soft compound tyre, so this could be actually pretty clever from him. The mediums will go the distance. However, he's going to have a lot of cars to pass, and a few guys who are on that soft making their mandatory pit stop off of those softs to the mediums.
Yeah, that was just covered by one of our viewers at home. Is there a pit stop? Yes, there is. These drivers in the sprint race must box at least once. On the wets, I'm not sure that we had to pit. In fact, I didn't pit last night, so wet weather running as the two AlphaTauris are very close together.
Drive through for Milligains!
Wow,
Championship leader, drive through!
That is a huge penalty for him. I didn't even see us under VSC conditions.
Yeah, we were under the VSC for that lap because of the damage. So that's why a few of them were coming into the pit lane to make an early stop, get a cheap pit stop. It's a short pit lane already. Oh, Milligains almost loses it out of the final corner. But he's going to have to serve that drive-through within the next couple laps, Moose. Yeah,
it's 3 laps that you get to serve it. Cannot serve it under the safety car, of course, for those playing along at home. But the two AlphaTauris really looking racy as Absolute looks to make a move here on Kraken, wheel-to-wheel racing, and really trying to pinch that Haas. And Milligains looking very interested at the back of this also as he just drops back a little bit. But those soft compound tyres don't look like they're having everything their own way at the moment.
Yeah, they're good, but they're only about half a second better over the medium compound. So obviously the reverse grid playing into it. The faster drivers are a little bit coming through the field as opposed to being right at the front.
Oh, and, someone spun! Someone spun on the Haas! Nathammer!
Nathammer's dropped it out of turn 8 and just gets going once again safely as Flourish Expire up the inside of turn 9, mate, on Apache Franks. What a move, utilising that soft compound tyre.
Yeah, absolutely. In Suicide 5 is
Ferrari off. It's Rui off in the final 2 corners. Gets going once again. I There is no damage on the car visibly. As Milligane's an absolute exchange positions, the two Alpha Tauris. Milliganes has that drive
nice
through.
cut back here from Suicide 5, and he's going to have an excellent run here on Roscoe. Suicide 5 makes that position, but Roscoe trying to fight him back into the hairpin. Nothing doing as he's a little bit too far back. But with the DRS, will he try and have a crack at him once again? As they drag down the hill. Nice toe here for VSR Roscoe. And squeezing each other. A little bit of a coming together. And the Ferrari's going to have a look at it as well as Rui gets past Suicide 5 also. Suicide 5's lost 2 positions in the space of a corner.
That's it, mate. He's struggling. VSR Roscoe, he has pitted. He's made his pit stop. So it's going to be interesting to see where he comes out in all of that. He's going to have worse tyres at the end, but he might get a bit of an undercut on the cars on front, but traffic could play a part in this. But at the front, Kraken and Donny going for it. Half a second separate the two.
Absolutely. Milligane serving his drive-through penalty. Only comes out in P11, so not the end of the world there for Milliganes.
Yes, but he's going to have to make a pit stop once again. It is going to hamper him. He's really going to need a safety car to get back into the action. As I think Suicide 5 picked up a bit of damage at some point. He's into the pit stop, into the pits for a bit of a tyre change and a nose change. But look at this battle for the 4th place as well as for the lead. We're going to go and stay with the lead. The 3 separated by about 7/10 of a second, Moose.
Yeah, that they are, and Kraken's sitting quite nicely here as he's on that that medium compound tyre, and the soft compound tyre runners, they're just going to start to drop off a little bit, probably in the next lap or so, as the Ferrari is not moving. That is Rui, who's gone around at, I think that's turn 8 there, mate.
Turn 7, he's gone around that. But here comes Kraken for the lead of the race on Donny.
And that is a very, very easy move, it must be said. So, are those soft compound tyres just falling away a little bit sooner than we might have thought? We didn't see how much they reacted in the sprint race last night under load, but it also looks like Donny might have a couple of flat spots on his front right-hand tyre.
That's right, but they should both go about half distance, so you'll probably take the softs to around lap 8, lap 9, and then do the rest of the race on the mediums. It's pretty even, the two compounds, not a problem, Moosey. As this battle for 4th continues, Apache leads the train on the medium compound, and Forrest is tucked up behind on the soft compound. Could he go for an undercut of some kind? Of note, Mr. Fury Strut at the back, he's made his pit stop, but he was struggling prior to all this to get past the cars, as Absolute is going for the undercut in the Alpha Tower. He pitched from 3rd, and he needs to get out in front of VSR Roscoe to make this strategy work, but I don't think he will. Roscoe's already coming down the pit lane, and he's passed. And who's that around at turn 1? It's the Stig. He's lost his entire front wing, and he's got to be careful of people coming out of turn 1 and the pit lane with those really hot rear tyres. But not a problem, he navigates that nicely. And we'll go back on board with Cryotonic now on reserve. What can he do? He's going to have to dispatch of these two cars quite quickly. Forest Expire will be coming into the pit lane soon. But look at Roscoe. He's got about a 3-4 second undercut on Milliganes. And those tyres aren't exactly in bad shape at the moment. And will we see the likes of Donny respond? Not this time. No, yes, this time around, Donny responds to the threat of the Alpha Tauri. Will we see Forest Expire in? No, he won't. So he's getting this DRS train, which is dragging him along. But VSR Roscoe could have pulled a very smart decision here, Moose.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Couldn't agree with you more. As he's looking very, very rapid indeed. And just boxing that little bit earlier than the blokes around him, he has made the undercut work. Having said that, he will be a little bit slower than everyone else at the end of the race.
See, will Absolute get Donny, here they go, they're side by side, and out of the pit lane, Absolute's just a smidge ahead, but Donny has DRS, and up into turn 2, Donny doesn't fight it on this occasion, so Absolute makes the undercut on Donny.
Yeah, that he does, and Flourish Expire all over the back of Apache Franks as well. But those soft compound tires, I would expect to see Flourish Expire in at any moment. Will he go around again? Will he dive into the pits? He has stayed to the right, which would indicate to me that he is in this lap, mate.
Yeah, that's it. Kyotonic recognises that and just goes around the outside of him quite nicely. So very well navigated from him. So he's promoted to third position now, as the Kraken is in as well from the mediums, and that's half race distance, and that's what you'd expect. He's putting on the softs now, but he is most likely going to be undercut by the likes of Donny and Absolutia, as well as Roscoe. And Roscoe's already through 2-1, mate. So he has the net race read at the moment.
Yeah, that he does, and these boys in front, they're really pushing those tyres as hard as they can. Kyotonic really pressuring the back of Apache Franks, as we're going to start to get a little bit of lap traffic now as they're coming up on the back of Rui. But someone else that's in a really good position, mate. Sorry, have you seen something?
A crazy Kiwi and Flourish Expire almost had a touch there up at turn 3. Flourish pinched him onto the apex, and he was also close.
Yeah, absolutely. Was just going to touch on someone else that's on almost a master strategy. Is Kraken is on that soft compound tyre, brand spankers on that Haas, and he's only down in P5 and catching Roscoe ahead of him on the medium tyre. Very nice position.
That's it, the two out in front pit. So it's now only Brad Tay at the front who is yet to stop, and it's the Kraken who's chasing down VSR Roscoe. 1.5 seconds is the gap at the moment. But Kraken's got that brand new soft tyre against 7-lap-old mediums, and this is where penalties is also important, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. Crazy Kiwi is looking at the back of Flourish Expire, as we're seeing I think it's Nick Magoo, is it? Nick Magoo's had a spin and a little chat with the gravel there, once again out of turn 7.
Similar place to we did
jump back on board with Crazy Kiwi all over the gearbox of Flourish Expire. Can he get it done down into turn 4 there? He gets that inside line, and that is very, very easy move indeed, as Flourish Expire cannot come back at him. Although Flourish is trying to make a little bit of a race of it, but the soft compound tyre versus the medium compound tyre has just given Crazy Kiwi an advantage there, and that is job done for P6.
I think Kraken's already on the back of Roscoe. He's pulled a second in that lap, and with the DRS, I think he's going to make quick work of Roscoe as Brad Tay pits. So everyone's into the pit lane. They've made their stops now, and this is the net order. And here comes Kraken. Can he make the move on Roscoe? The DRS is active. He's not on the DRS. I think Roscoe is. He's heavily deploying it to stay in front. And that's only going to hamper him a little bit later on, as Kraken's right within touching distance still.
Yeah, we're seeing the last of the pit stops being made now. So it is pretty much what you see is what you get in terms of standings. Half points awarded for this sprint race. This is only a 50% race consisting of 18 laps here, as we're seeing a nice little DRS train of Crazy Kiwi, Flourish Expire, Apache Franks, and Kyotonic. It is a very nice little battle indeed here between those 4 drivers. 50% race here, mate, and so far so good in terms of action.
Yeah, it's actually a 25% race. 50% of what we're normally doing in league racing, but
yeah.
25%
I knew what I meant.
Yeah, we knew what you meant, just clarifying it for those at home. But Kraken, will he take the lead this lap? He's, once again, he's not on the battery, but maybe he can do it without it. He's right tucked up behind the rear wing of that Red Bull Honda. He goes to the outside. Roscoe's not going to let him have this one easily. Oh, actually, he is.
It did look fairly easy, and he's already pulled out 8/10. Mate, this battle that I was talking about before, they're 3, nearly 4 abreast at the top of the hill there, mate, and a drag race down the hill is all for one and one for all, as Flourish Expire looking to go down the inside of Apache Franks. Little bit of contact there, and Kyotonic says thank you very much, goes past Flourish Expire, all over the back now of Apache Franks. Will he go up the inside? He tries it, has a little look, just thinks the better of it, And Crazy Kiwi trying to get as far away from this battle as he can, but nothing doing there at the moment. As Kyotonic got past Flourish Expire, Patchy Franks there runs over that curb, gets a penalty for his troubles. And they've all got DRS on Crazy Kiwi, and this is going to be an absolute battle up the hill as they come
he's
across
pushing
the
him!
line.
Apache pushes Kiwi through turn 1. You can see the contact from the front wing on the rear
Look at
Crazy
the
Kiwi.
power! Look at the
They're
power of
swallowing
that
him up.
DRS!
Oh, it's going to be side by side for here between the Alfa Romeo and the
wow.
Mercedes. And around the outside, Kiwi's fighting it. Slightly older tyres, but now he has the DRS to fight back. Apache sailed off down the road.
Both
with
of these
two
men
continuing to squabble. But Crazy Kiwi a little bit later on the brakes and holds on to 6th for now.
Yeah, absolutely. They were both flat out deploying their ERS down that hill, trying to jockey for position. But all of these boys have a penalty. I'll just wander over to the penalty screen. Apache Franks, Crazy Kiwi, Kyotonic, Flourish Expire, Milligains all have 3 seconds of penalties. Dino 420 fam a little bit further back. He's got 6 seconds worth. Nat Hammer a little bit further back again. He's got 3 seconds, but that won't change anything for him at the moment. And a little bit further down from that, we have Johnny M4 with 12 seconds worth of penalties at the moment, if you do not mind. But mate, that just shows how powerful the DRS is here, especially in that drag up the hill.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. This battle continues for what is 5th place. Apache wasn't able to get away from the grip behind us. Who's that? Who's that?
Flourish went around and he's lost out big.
Yes, he has. He's lost a whole bunch of places. Who's that smashing boards? Milligains and tabs. I'm just seeing braking boards go up in the air as they go on board.
I think Dino might have run through a board. Could be wrong on that, but I almost thought I saw a red car running through a board.
Yeah, I'm seeing. I saw styrofoam boards just blowing up in the air.
Oh wow!
But
Kyotonic, sorry to cut you off there, mate. Kyotonic push Crazy Kiwi around that final corner and just can't get past Crazy Kiwi. He's got immense straight line speed. But what can he do is look at the gap. It is half a 15th, if you do not mind, between Crazy Kiwi. But Crazy Kiwi getting that DRS off Apache Franks. And can they make it move? No, they can't. Kiwi gets past Apache Franks there. And can Kyotonic get past as well? A little bit of a coming together between those two gentlemen also. Crazy Kiwi getting past Apache Franks there.
This is a brilliant battle for what is 5th position moves. They're fighting very, very hard, and they've got to be careful not to pick up a penalty here.
Yeah, that they do, but it just shows you how desperate for points all these boys are. As Nick Magoo's around at the final corner again, and he'll come back onto track at some point. Now would be a very nice option for him, as there's not a whole lot of cars coming across the line. But yeah, very tight stuff, and oh wow, Nick Magoo nearly getting in the way of it there, as this is going to be another drag up the hill for this 5th position. I'm pretty sure all of these boys have had a go of that 5th position at some point, but Crazy Kiwi just seems to have enough in the bag at the moment to keep these guys behind him. I said before, he's got immense straight line speed.
Yes, he does.
Oh, and Kyotonic's going to go up the inside and have a look at it now.
Oh, switchback for Kiwi.
Yeah,
not quite.
Don't think he's close enough for the switchback.
But he will have the DRS for the last lap, so maybe he's playing a little bit of strategy here, Moose.
Yeah, he needs to stay within about 6/10 of that car in front to make that DRS really work. As we're seeing a yellow once again for Nick Magoo. Who's in the gravel trap this time, so he's...
a tough time of it for Nick Magoo. Maybe he can turn it around in the feature
Oh, he's been
race.
DQ'd.
Yeah, I think he was just trying to stay off the track for everyone's sake, but it is what it is. He was down in last, so he wasn't scoring points anyway. But here we go, last lap action. Kraken at the front from Roscoe, from Absolute,
Oh,
from
wow.
Johnny. They're fighting. But look at this crazy Kiwi. He gets passed by Apache. They're 3 wide. To turn 3. Kiwi sends it up the inside very late. They're all off the track. There was minimal contact, amazingly, between the three, but Kyotonic comes out in front. It's Kiwi, then Apache, but they're still fighting down the hill.
Kiwi's gonna go down the inside!
Yes, he is. Kiwi fighting Apache, Cryotonic, they're all fighting for it. The inside line goes to Cryotonic for turn 7. For turn 6. And he gets up to 5th position.
And, but barring a late lunge, that is the way that little battle's gonna end.
Yes, it is. Kraken, he wins the sprint. Roscoe with the strategy masterclass will take 2nd. It's then Absolute just ahead of Donny, but who will be 5th? It will be Kyotonic on track, followed by Crazy Kiwi and Milligains. It's then Apache Franks, who had some sort of issue on that last lap. I'm not sure if he might have run out of fuel. It's then Tabbed, Brad Tay, Forest Expired, Nat Hammer, Dino 420 fam. And then Suicide 5 is coming around the final corner now to finish it off in 14th place. And he's just ahead of the Stig. And Johnny M4, who boxed for that hard compound tyre, there's just not one to be on here in Austria. Darkness Abyss and Fury Strike only made it to 18th. That is massive. His championship competitor Milligains, even with a drive-through, got home to 7th.
Yeah, not the end of the world there for Fury Strat though. Milligains, his main championship rival, in 7th position, half points of 7th. Correct me if I'm wrong, mate. It might only be 7 points or 8 points. So not terrible in terms of how bad it could have been, but he's definitely taken a little bit of a hit there.
Yeah, that's it. It was action and plenty of that, and it's just going to happen once again when we get into the feature race. But well done to the Kraken. He takes the sprint. He holds up his trophy here. He was joined by VSR Roscoe with a brilliant strategy, making use of that VSC, and also it was who was it? It wasn't Milligains. Who's his teammate? Absolute.
Yes.
Absolute in the AlphaTauri, just ahead of Donny. But we've been joined by the Kraken. You've taken the sprint win. How was it out there? Yeah, that's right. You just took a lap to get him. You sat behind for a lap, but then you took the move, and it was very nicely done. But that start won you that race, mate. You went right off the middle. It was I saw it straight away. Moose was calling it. I had my eyes fixed on your car. You just flew up the inside of those mediums. Yeah, that's right. It's you want to be all out attack, but you've got to be a little bit measured maybe at the start, because last night we saw all sorts of chaos. It was actually a very clean start. All 20 drivers were facing the right way after the first lap. Yeah, that's it. So good luck for the feature race, my friend. You're starting in 3rd position. So 4th position. Sorry about that. But free tyre choice, so maybe you'll go for the mediums again. I'd give you a piece of advice: stay off those hards. They're bloody putrid here. Yeah, good luck, mate. Oh, Moose, that's the sprint all done and dusted.
Yeah.
And we just await for a couple of minutes now the feature race, but it was Nat Hammer who took the fastest lap in that one, so he gets a point. Down there in 12th, along with, I think it would be 2 points maybe for 12th position, the half points awarded. But that was action aplenty.
Yeah, that it was, mate, especially for that 5th position there at the end. Absolutely amazing racing from all of those boys. And it was just, it was one of those drivers, I think Crazy Kiwi, that got in a bit hot into that turn 3 on that last lap, and they all went off the track. as much as the next bloke did. I think Patchy Franks there got a little bit of damage out of that. I think that's what happened to him at the end. But yeah, it was immense racing from all of those boys.
Yeah, that's right. But it was good drives from Kyotonic, who finished in 5th after starting 12th, and Crazy Kiwi made it to 6th after starting 16th. So you can make positions. You've just got to sort of feed your way through the chaos. And also, it kind of looks like the reverse strategy might be the one to be on for these sprints. If you can stay, in the pack, and then utilise the soft compound at the end. But we're just in the lobby now. Donny's getting it all figured out, the order. And just a reminder, Kyotonic and Dino 420 fan will be serving those 5-place penalties in this one, which it's going to hamper them. But they have 36 laps to make up for it, and with a safety car here and there, who knows what could happen.
Yeah, exactly right. And we saw the limit of 4 safety cars last night, so they can definitely come at this Red Bull ring. So watch this space very much. For these tier 2 boys.
Yeah, that's it. We got through there clean. We had a virtual safety car for 1 lap, but no full safety car. So good on the tier 2 boys for putting on a very clean but action-filled spectacle there for their first attempt at the sprint race. It's now time for the feature race.
We didn't have a safety car for the tier 2 boys last week either, mate. So
yeah, that's right. So tier 2 looking like the cleanest division at the moment. They're flying the flag for the OSRL, and I'm sure for the stewards as well, because there is a couple of these guys who are stewards, Milligan's Donny, and after last night, I think they're going to be wanting to keep as clean as possible.
Oh,
it was, look, the incident reports channel. It was full. It got to the it got to the limit.
Well, yeah, the boys will have to they'll have to order a zinger box for lunch and dinner when they go through the reports from last night, because they will be there all day. There was quite a lot of sorry, I just got an invite. I'm not sure if it's the same lobby. Yeah, quite a lot of incidents from all the tier 3 boys last night. I think we were up to like 15 or 16 incidents that were uploaded. So yeah. Not ideal at all, but yeah, the boys definitely making it all happen last night.